Good morning, dear students. In this lecture, we will discuss about the sources of recruitment. In previous lectures, we have discussed about the concept, objective, factors affecting, and the process of recruitment. So this is a series of lecture in which the last topic is internal recruitment. Uh, there, as in the process, we have discussed that there are various sources of recruitment, and every job position require a different kind of recruitment method. So, if we classify, there are two broad categories of sources of recruitment, and these categories are internal sources of recruitment and the external sources of recruitment. So at the left side of the PPT, you will see the internal sources of recruitment. So the internal sources of recruitment are the sources where the vacancy is filled by internal employee of the organization, whereas on the right side you will find the external sources of recruitment. So these are the sources of recruitment in which the candidate which is from outside of the organization can can be hired. So if we talk about the internal sources of recruitment, you will see that there are various sources. First is promotion. So the higher the job vacancy can be filled by promotion. Promotion policy is follows as the motivational technique for the employees who are working hard and showing good performance based promotion results into enhancement of pay, position, responsibility, and authority. So the important requirement of implementing the promotion policy is that term, conditions, rules, and regulation should be well defined, and this is a great tool for motivating employees within the organization, that they can improve their performance and get promotions. Second internal source is retirement. So if there is a surplus in your organization, so the recruitment policy which is hired is known as retirement. So the retired employee may be given to the extension of services in case of non availability of suitable candidate for the post for a period of time. So the retirement may forwarded in the future. So next method of internal recruitment is former employee. Former employee are those employee who had left the organization. So who had the former employee who had performed well during their tenure may be called back for a particular job position, and higher wages and incentives can be paid to them. Then transfer is one of the internal source of recruitment. So employees may be transferred from one department to another department, one plant to another plant, one uh, city to another city, for fulfilling the vacant position. And the last source, which is internal source of recruitment, is in internal advertisement. The existing employee may be interested in taking up the vacant job position. So as they are working in the company since long time, they know about the specification and description of that particular vacant job position, and for their benefit the advertisement within the company is circulated to invite the aspirant for that particular vacant job position. So these are the sources of internal internal sources of recruitment. There are certain benefits and limitations of internal recruitment as well. So if we talk about the benefits, uh, internal source of recruitment certainly helps in boosting morale and the motivating employees of the organization, and the cost of recruitment can also be saved in that particular case. It also builds the loyalty among the employees towards the organization, and the training cost which is provided to the new employee in the organization. So the training cost for internal employee is also less in as compared to training provided to the external employee. And it is a reliable and easy process. It is less time consuming process as well. And if we talk about the limitations of internal source of recruitment, so we can see that young people with knowledge of modern technology and innovative ideas do not get a chance in the organization. So you cannot inject new blood to into your organization. The performance of existing employee may not be efficient as before. It may be possible a certain employee is performing very well at particular position, but when he is get promoted, he cannot perform and fulfill the criteria of that particular vacant job position. So the performance may get vary. It also brings the morale down of the employee who do not get any promotion or selection for the vacant job position. So uh, motivation serves to the employee who get promoted, but there is a demotivation for the employees who do not get any promotion. It may also lead encouragement of favorism. It could be possible that the superiors biasness come into focus, and it will discourage all the other employees who do not get promotion in spite of performing well in the organization. It may also it may not be always good in interest of organization. See, an organization need to get fresher employees or the external employees, so that they can uh, able to understand the external scenario of the competitive organizations as well. So it is not always considered as good to just promote just to go for internal promotions and the internal recruitment. So this is all about the sources of internal recruitment and its benefits and limitations. That is it for the day. Thank you so much.